Mushi's fire. It was a hot summer's day on the island of Sodor. And all the engines on Sodor could easily feel the heavy weight of their trains. And the rest of the engines all sometimes had to take some fresh air outside the station. But the hot weather wasn't just affecting the other engines. Cars and lorries would easily break down. And all water towers had to be out of order until the new fresh water was delivered. And fields would turn green to yellow and feel very dry. This was the worst summer the other engines had ever had. One morning, Mushi was taking water from the water tower at the harbour docks when the Fat Controller arrived. "It's really a hot day, isn't it, sir?" said Mushi. "What is it you want this time?" "It is indeed a hot wave," said the Fat Controller, getting his top hat out of his head. "And Mushi," he said, "I have a special job for you after you've taken your drink. Rex is needed at Wellsworth Station at your service," he said. "Remember to be there on time until you finished your drink," he said. It will be raining soon enough." "I guess the rain arrived too late," said Mushi jokingly. "Maybe so," said the Fat Controller. "So be on your best lookout." And the Fat Controller walked away. As soon as Mushi had finished his drink at the water tower, he puffed away to find Rex at Wellsworth Station. Moments after, Mushi was just in time after he had his long drink. He stopped at the turntable outside Wellsworth Station, where Rex is waiting, feeling hot and annoyed. "Good thing you were on time," he said, "or the train will be delayed," he said. As soon as Mushi had finished his turn on the turntable, he was coupled up to the front of Rex. The passengers got in, the guard blew his whistle, and then Mushi and Rex steamed out of the station. At last, Mushi and Rex were making good time, and they enjoyed listening to the coaches singing. "Trickety-trot, we're never late, trickety-trot, we're never late," they all sang. As soon as they arrived at the docks at the harbour yards, they were finally on time until Mushi could feel something. Mushi was feeling ill, and then his driver and fireman checked him all over. Your firebox has got cramps," he told Mushi. But don't worry, we'll check until all the passengers get out before more will arrive," he said. But unfortunately, Mushi's driver did not have time. More passengers got in the coaches so quickly that the guard blew his whistle and Rex was still in a hurry. "Come on, hurry up," he told Mushi. "Come on, hurry up." "I can't," groaned Mushi as they went through Shen Valley. Then they were needing more pressure up the hill. Mushi tried his hardest, and with all his might, he managed to pull Rex and the train up the hill that sparks came out of his funnel, shooting like a rocket, and it burnt the whole dry mountain into flames, nearly turning into a big fire. Rex became so scared, and so did all the passengers that looked out. Soon they had to stop the train until they had to call the fire brigade. The guard inside the coaches had told all the passengers to calm down until Mushi and Rex can get them to the next station. A few moments after they saw something that dripped a few moments after they could feel a drip of water on themselves. "What is that?" asked Mushi. "I don't know," said Rex, "but it must be coming from the sky." And indeed it was. At first they thought it was the fire brigade, but the rain finally came and was too busy washing out all the fire that was damaging the whole mountain and the grounds. At last the two engines carried on until they reached the bridge that leads to the next station. Luckily, while the rain was at it, the fire crew arrived with Flynn and Bell to eradicate the fire that was caused to the mountains and the grounds, especially around the valleys and forests. At last, the two engines were able to reach the green. The passengers got out of the coaches quickly while the rain was still dropping fast. The Fat Controller, who came out of Wellsworth Station, came to congratulate both Mushi and Rex. "You have done well, Rex," he said, "so don't worry about the fire incident." Then he spoke to Mushi. I hear you were a very brave engine," he said. "As a reward, you will be repainted at the works." "Thank you, sir," said Mushi, and he couldn't have been so happier. A few weeks later, when he came home with his fresh coat of gold with red stripes, Mushi returned to the sheds, telling all the other engines all about his experience with the fire and the rain. Atten didn't get the chance to hear the whole story, which he was really disappointed in, but he enjoyed seeing his old friend return, especially Bert and Mike. You really cracked up your smoke box back there," joked Mike. "And you could have set the whole island on fire," teased Bert. "I bet it was a frightening experience." "It was, Bert. It was."